August 1945. The world stood at the edge of an abyss, a global war stretching into its sixth brutal year. And then, in the blink of an eye, the sky fell. 2 cities, 2 bombs, over 100,000 lives extinguished in moments. This is the story of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, not just of bombs dropped, but of decisions made, warnings ignored, and lives forever altered. The United States entered World War II after Japan's surprise attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941. What followed was a war of attrition across the Pacific, island by island, battle by battle, with fierce resistance from Japanese forces unwilling to surrender. By 1945, American commanders faced a terrifying prospect, an invasion of Japan's home islands, estimated to cost over 1 million Allied lives. But in the desert of New Mexico, a secret project had changed the rules of war. The Manhattan Project, led by scientists like Robert Oppenheimer, had developed a weapon unlike anything in history, the atomic bomb. In July 1945, the first successful test, Trinity, turned night into day and confirmed that the unimaginable was now real. On the morning of August 6th, a B-29 bomber named Enola Gay took off from Tinian Island. Its mission: deliver the world's first atomic strike. At 8:15 a.m., the bomb, codenamed Little Boy, was released over the city of Hiroshima. 43 seconds later, it detonated 1,900 feet above the city. A blinding flash, a fireball hotter than the sun, a shockwave that flattened everything within miles. In an instant, over 70,000 people were killed. Tens of thousands more would die from burns, radiation, and collapsing buildings in the days that followed. Hospitals were obliterated. Survivors, called hibakusha, wandered through a flattened city in shock, skin hanging from their bodies, voices silent from trauma. The city was gone. And yet, Japan did not surrender. 3 days later, on August 9th, a second B-29, Bockscar, carried a new device codenamed Fat Man. The primary target, Kokura, was obscured by cloud. The crew diverted to Nagasaki. At 11:02 a.m., the bomb exploded over the Urakami Valley. Nagasaki's geography with its hills somewhat contained the blast, but still over 40,000 people died instantly. The industrial district vanished. Schools, churches, homes, gone. Many victims were workers, children, and conscripted laborers. For the second time in just 3 days, Japan had witnessed apocalyptic destruction. On August 15, 1945, Emperor Hirohito broke centuries of silence and addressed the Japanese people via radio. He spoke of a new and most cruel bomb and the need to endure the unendurable. Japan had surrendered. World War II was over. Across the United States, there was celebration. For many, the bombings were seen as necessary, a swift end to a brutal war. But for others, scientists, generals, even some pilots, doubt lingered. Was it justified? Could Japan have been convinced to surrender without atomic fire? The physical destruction was beyond comprehension, but the invisible scars would last for generations. Survivors suffered radiation sickness, cancer, genetic mutations, entire families wiped out, cities erased. For decades, Hiroshima and Nagasaki became symbols of horror, of peace, of the line humanity must never cross again. In the years after, the Cold War would see thousands more nuclear weapons built. The bombings were a warning. But would the world listen? Hibakusha became voices for peace, traveling the world to speak of what they saw, not in anger, but in hope that no one else would ever endure it. In Hiroshima, a peace memorial park now stands where the bomb fell. The charred shell of a building remains, the atomic dome, left untouched as a monument and a reminder. The story of Hiroshima and Nagasaki is not just a tale of war. It is a mirror reflecting the darkest and most brilliant aspects of humanity. We built a weapon to end all wars, and in doing so, proved how easily we could destroy ourselves. The skies above those cities burned once, and the world was never the same. And now, more than ever, we must ask, what kind of world will we choose to build when we can end it in a single breath?